Let's get ready to rumble!
Welcome, Chasers and Chasettes, to Keeping It Real, where we keep it all the way real. It's your host, Rundown Keen, and without further ado, let's jump straight into today's topic, the importance of embracing feelings and emotions as a grown man. Embracing feelings and emotions as a grown man is crucial because it leads to better mental health, stronger relationships, and overall personal growth. Society often pressures men to suppress their emotions, equating vulnerability with weaknesses, but this mindset can lead to issues like anxiety, depression, and anger. Acknowledging and expressing emotions allows men to connect more deeply with others, communicate effectively, and handle life's challenges more resiliently. It also promotes self-awareness, helping men understand their needs and motivations, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling and authentic life. This episode will explore why embracing emotions is not a sign of weakness, but a true act of courage and strength. So, Chasers and Chasettes, grab your popcorn, whatever you particularly like to indulge in, and let's jump in today into segment 1, breaking down the stigma. Societal expectations placed on men, often referred to as traditional masculinity norms, dictate that men should be strong, stoic, and unemotional. These expectations suggest that men must be providers, protectors, and leaders, often valuing traits like toughness, independence, and dominance. From a young age, boys are taught to man up or not cry, reinforcing the idea that showing vulnerability is a sign of weaknesses. These norms discourage men from seeking help or expressing their feelings, leading to emotional repression and increased mental health struggles. The pressure to conform to these expectations can also create a fear of failure, discouraging men from pursuing paths that don't align with stereotypical masculine roles, such as caregiving, creative fields, or expressing empathy. This rigid framework limits personal freedom and can harm men's overall well-being and relationships. Stereotypes about men often start at a young age through a combination of cultural messaging, family dynamics, media influences, and peer interactions. From early childhood, boys are frequently exposed to gender norms that shape their understanding of what it means to be a real man. Some of those stereotypes are family and parenting. Parents may unconsciously reinforce gender roles by encouraging boys to engage in activities considered masculine, such as playing with trucks or action figures, while discouraging activities seen as feminine, like playing with dolls. Phrases like boys don't cry or be tough teach boys to suppress their emotions. Media and entertainment. Movies, TV shows, and advertisements often portray men as heroes, aggressors, or problem solvers, emphasizing physical strength, bravery, and emotional control. Male characters rarely show vulnerability, reinforcing the idea that men must be stoic and dominant. School, sports, and school. In school, boys are often pushed toward competitive sports and physical activities, which prioritize winning, toughness, and endurance. These environments can reward aggression and discourage expressions of fear or sadness, further embedding the tough guy stereotype. Peer influence. Peer groups play a significant role in shaping behavior. Boys often learn that expressing emotions like sadness or fear can lead to ridicule or social exclusion. They are pressured to conform to group norms that value strength, confidence, and emotional restraint. Cultural and social norms. Broader societal messages, including those from religious institutions, communities, and cultural traditions, often promote a specific vision of masculinity that values stoicism, authority, and self-reliance. These early influences create a powerful framework that boys carry into adulthood, often without questioning its impact on their emotional health and identity. Back Chasers and Chasettes, men's conditioning to suppress emotions and conform to traditional masculine norms can lead to several harmful consequences, such as relationship strain. Men conditioned to avoid vulnerability and emotional expression often struggle with communication in relationships, leading to misunderstandings, conflicts, and emotional distance. This can cause strained or broken relationships with partners, friends, and family members, as men may have difficulty expressing love, sadness, or fear, leading others to feel disconnected or unsupported. Substance abuse. To cope with unexpressed emotions or stress, many men turn to unhealthy coping mechanisms like alcohol or drug use. Research shows that men are more likely than women to engage in substance abuse as a way to numb emotional pain or deal with anxiety and depression. This behavior can lead to addiction, health problems, and increased risk of accidents or aggressive behavior, further compounding their mental health issues. These examples highlight how traditional male conditioning not only affects men's well-being, but also their ability to maintain healthy relationships and make positive life choices. Here are two statistics that underscore the impact of emotional suppression on men's mental health. Suicide rates. Men are nearly 4 times more likely to die by suicide than women. In the United States, about 79% of all suicides are men, highlighting the severe consequences of unaddressed mental health issues and the stigma around seeking help for emotional struggles, depression, and anxiety. Although men are less likely to be diagnosed with depression compared to women, studies suggest that over 30% of men experience depression at some point in their lives. However, many men do not seek treatment due to societal expectations to appear strong and self-reliant, leading to untreated mental health conditions. These statistics reflect the dangerous effects of emotional suppression, demonstrating the need for men to embrace and express their emotions for better mental health outcomes. Which brings me to our next topic of today's show, segment 2, the benefits of embracing emotions, chasers and chasettes. Acknowledging and expressing emotions can lead to several positive outcomes for men, and some of those outcomes are improved mental health. Expressing emotions helps men process their feelings rather than bottling them up, which can lead to reduced anxiety, depression, and overall stress. This openness encourages healthier coping mechanisms such as seeking support from friends or therapy. Enhanced emotional intelligence. Recognizing and expressing emotions increases self-awareness, helping men to better understand their own emotional triggers and responses. This growth in emotional intelligence makes it easier to navigate complex situations, manage stress, and make thoughtful decisions. Stronger and healthier relationships. Emotional openness fosters deeper connections with partners, friends, and family members. It builds trust, empathy, and effective communication, allowing men to be more supportive and understanding, which strengthens their bond with others. Greater resilience and adaptability. Men who acknowledge and express their emotions are better equipped to handle life's challenges. They can process setbacks constructively, learn from their experiences, and bounce back more quickly, leading to increased resilience and a positive outlook on life. These outcomes show that embracing emotions not only support mental health and emotional well-being, but also improves how men engage with the world around them. Understanding emotions can significantly improve decision-making for men by enhancing self-awareness and helping to regulate emotional responses, leading to clearer, more rational choices. And here's how. Recognizing emotional biases. When men understand their emotions, they can identify how feelings like anger, fear, or excitement might influence their decisions. This awareness allows them to pause, reflect, and separate emotional reactions from logical thinking, leading to more balanced choices rather than impulsive actions driven by unchecked emotions. Improved problem-solving skills. Understanding emotions helps men approach problems with a calm and focused mindset. By managing stress and anxiety, they can think more clearly, weigh pros and cons more effectively, and explore different perspectives, resulting in better and more thoughtful decision-making. Enhanced empathy and perspective-taking. When men are in tune with their own emotions, they are better equipped to understand the emotions of others. This empathy can lead to more considerate decisions, especially in interpersonal situations, such as leadership roles, conflict resolution, or family matters, where understanding others' needs and feelings is crucial. Increase confidence in decisions. Understanding emotions help men align their choices with their values and goals, making decisions feel more authentic and purposeful. This self-assurance reduces second-guessing and regrets, leading to a stronger sense of confidence and satisfaction with the outcomes. Overall, emotional awareness provides a foundation for making decisions that are not only rational but also aligned with personal values and social dynamics, resulting in better overall outcomes. Here are two stories of well-known men who have opened up about their feelings and experienced positive impacts in their lives. The first one is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. The Rock, known for his tough persona, has openly discussed his struggles with depression, anxiety, and the challenges he faced in his early career. By sharing his experiences publicly, he not only helped reduce the stigma around mental health, but also showed that strength comes from vulnerability. His openness has allowed him to connect deeply with his fans, build a more relatable public image, and use his platform to inspire others to seek help and embrace their own struggles, demonstrating that expressing emotions is a true sign of resilience. The second one is Prince Harry. Prince Harry has been vocal about the emotional toll of losing his mom, Princess Diana, and now bottling his grief led to years of emotional struggles. By seeking therapy and speaking publicly about his mental health, Prince Harry has become a powerful advocate for emotional openness and mental health awareness, particularly among men. His candidness has not only improved his personal well-being and relationships, but has also sparked global conversations about mental health, encouraging others to seek support and prioritize their emotional health. These stories highlight how embracing and expressing emotions can lead to personal healing, deeper connections, and a positive impact on others. And I'd like to now share a personal story of how I kind of dealt with my own personal mental health. So after years of pushing my feelings aside, I found myself struggling with overwhelming stress and anxiety that I couldn't quite understand. I used to think showing any sign of vulnerability was a weakness, so I kept everything bottled up and I pretended like I was fine. But the weight of unexpressed emotions began to affect my relationships, my work, and my overall happiness. So one day, Chasers and Chasettes, after a particularly long week, a tough week, I finally opened up to a close friend of mine about what, been going on, about what I had been feeling. It was hard at first, and I was worried about being judged or probably appearing weak. But as I spoke, I don't know, I felt an unexpected sense of relief, Chasers and Chasettes. Like, my friend listened without judgment, offered support and understanding that I hadn't even realized I needed. And from that moment forward, I started to embrace my emotions more openly, allowing myself to feel and express them rather than suppress them. This shift not only improved my mental health, but it also strengthened my connections with others. By letting my guard down, Chasers and Chasettes, I found that the people around me appreciated my honesty and felt more comfortable sharing their own struggles. Embracing my emotions became a powerful reminder that true strength comes from being authentic and allowing myself to be vulnerable. Chasers and Chasettes, I also want to put in there that if you have friends, or if you're in a particular friend group and you feel like you can't open up about what's going on, if you feel like you can't be honest with them, if you feel like you can't be vulnerable and you can't be weak with them, then you need a new set of friends, because you should be able to go to your friends, your significant other, who, if you're in a relationship, if you're dealing with family, whatever your situation is pertaining to you, you should be able to open up to the people that are closest to you. And if you feel like you can't open up and be vulnerable with those people close to you, then you need to replace those people that are close to you with people that you feel like you can open up to. However, Chasers and Chasettes, that does bring us to segment 3, practical ways to embrace emotions. Here are some actionable tips for men to start embracing their feelings. Acknowledge your emotions. Start by recognizing your feelings without judgment. If you're feeling angry, sad, or anxious, pause and name the emotion. Acknowledging what you're feeling is the first step towards understanding and processing it. Journal regularly. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can help you make sense of your emotions. Spend a few minutes each day jotting down how you feel and why. Journaling is a private way to express emotions and gain clarity on what's affecting you. Talk to someone who you trust. Opening up to a friend, family member, or a therapist about what you're going through can be incredibly relieving. Choose someone who will listen without judgment. Even brief conversations can help you process your feelings. Practice mindfulness or meditation. Mindfulness exercises help you stay present and observe your emotions without getting overwhelmed. Meditation can guide you to sit with your feelings, recognize their source, and let them pass naturally. Engage in physical activity. Exercise is a great way to release pent-up emotions and manage stress. Activities like running, lifting weights, or even taking a walk can help clear your mind and provide a healthy outlet for emotional expression. Challenge societal norms. Remind yourself that feeling emotions doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. Challenge the traditional ideas of masculinity that discourage emotional expression. Allow yourself the freedom to be authentic. Set boundaries and prioritize self-care. Recognize when you need a break or space to process your emotions. Engage in activities that relax and recharge you, whether it's spending time alone, pursuing hobbies, or practicing self-care routines. Find something that is best suited for you and run with that, chasers and chasettes. Seek professional help if needed. If you're struggling to manage your emotions or you're feeling overwhelmed, consider talking to a therapist. Therapy provides a safe space to explore your feelings and develop strategies for emotional well-being. By gradually incorporating these practices, you can begin to embrace your emotions, leading to improved mental health, stronger relationships, and a more fulfilling life. Embracing emotions doesn't mean losing control, but instead having a healthy outlet and understanding of one's inner world. Which brings us to segment 4, Chasers and Chasettes, redefining strength. The traditional view of strength in men often equates to stoicism, toughness, and the ability to suppress emotions, suggesting that real men don't show vulnerability or ask for help. However, Chasers and Chasettes, this outdated perspective can be damaging as it forces men to hide their true selves, leading to mental and emotional strain. True strength is not about denying emotions, but embracing them. It's about having the courage to confront your fears, express your feelings, and seek support when needed. Being strong means having the resilience to face life's challenges openly and honestly, rather than bottling up pain. Strength is found in self-awareness and the ability to acknowledge mistakes and grow from them, and in the empathy to connect deeply with others. Reframing strengths as the willingness to be vulnerable, to admit when you're struggling, and to care for your mental and emotional health challenges the rigid stereotypes of masculinity. It shows that strength is not about appearing invincible, but about being authentic, adaptable, and compassionate both to yourself and others. Redefining strength as emotional openness and vulnerability can have a transformative impact on future generations of men, creating a ripple effect that fosters healthier emotional landscapes. Breaking the cycle of suppression. When men embrace and model expression, they challenge the old narrative that strength means silence. This shift teaches younger generations that it's okay to feel and express emotions without shame. Boys raised in environments where men show vulnerability are more likely to grow up comfortable with their own feelings, breaking the cycle of emotional suppression. Creating empathetic role models. When men redefine strength, they become role models of empathy, compassion, and resilience. Future generations will witness strong male figures who communicate openly, resolve conflicts constructively, and prioritize mental health. This modeling encourages young men to value emotional intelligence as a crucial part of being strong. Promoting mental health awareness. Redefining strength helps normalize conversations around mental health, reducing the stigma that often prevents men from seeking help. As more men embrace emotional openness, it becomes easier for younger generations to reach out for support when needed, leading to the better mental health outcomes and a culture that values well-being over stoicism. Building healthier relationships. Future generations of men will benefit from the example of emotionally aware men who cultivate healthy relationships built on communication, trust, and mutual support. This creates a ripple effect as emotionally healthy men raise children who understand the value of expressing feelings, resulting in more connected families and communities. Encouraging authenticity and self-acceptance. When strength is redefined to include vulnerability, young men learn that they don't need to fit into a narrow, traditional mold of masculinity. This encourages authenticity, self-acceptance, and the freedom to pursue their passions without fear of judgment, ultimately leading to more fulfilled and balanced lives. By challenging outdated notions of masculinity, we create a future where men are empowered to live authentically, build deeper connections, and prioritize their mental and emotional health, benefiting society as a whole, chasers and chasettes. Which brings us to our last segment, segment 5, the science of emotion. Understanding the science of emotion involves exploring how emotions are generated, processed, and affect our overall well-being. Emotions are complex psychological states that involve a range of feelings, physiological responses, and behavioral reactions. They are our brain's way of interpreting and reacting to internal and external stimuli. Emotions consist of 3 main components: subjective experience, how we feel; physiological arousal, changes in the body like heart rate or sweating; and behavioral response, how we act based on our emotions. The brain regions most involved in emotional processing include amygdala, responsible for detecting emotional significance, particularly fear and pleasure; prefrontal cortex, involved in regulating emotions, decision-making, and social behavior. It helps us control our emotional responses and process complex social interactions. Hippocampus plays a role in forming memories related to emotional experiences, helping us recall past events that influence our current emotional state. Emotional processing. The brain's limbic system, which includes the amygdala and hippocampus, processes emotional stimuli and triggers physiological responses. The prefrontal cortex then helps regulate these responses and integrate them with rational thought. When experiencing negative emotions like stress or anxiety, the body activates the fight or flight response, releasing stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. This can lead to increased heart rate, blood pressure, and muscle tension. Suppressing emotions can lead to long-term health issues, including cardiovascular problems, weakened immune function, and increased susceptibility to illnesses. Chronic emotional suppression can also contribute to mental health disorders like depression and anxiety. On the other hand, expressing emotions can have beneficial physiological effects. It can lower blood pressure, reduce stress hormone levels, and improve immune system function. Engaging in emotional expression and processing can enhance overall physical health. Emotional intelligence, or EI, is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our own emotions and those of others. High EI is linked to better mental health, improved relationships, and enhanced decision-making. Individuals with high emotional intelligence tend to have better stress management skills, more effective communication, and greater empathy. They are better equipped to handle life's challenges and build strong, supportive relationships. Emotions play a critical role in decision-making. They help us evaluate options based on past experiences and personal values. Positive emotions can lead to optimistic choices, while negative emotions can prompt caution or avoidance. Effective decision-making involves balancing emotional responses with rational thought. Understanding your emotional state can lead to more informed and balanced decisions, avoiding impulsive or irrational choices. Being aware of your emotions and understanding their impact can improve mental and physical health. Practice mindfulness to tune into your emotional state and recognize how it affects your behavior and decisions. Find healthy ways to express and process your emotions, such as thorough talking, journaling, or engaging in creative activities. This can help mitigate negative effects and promote overall well-being. Understanding the science of emotion highlights the importance of emotional awareness and expression in maintaining both mental and physical health. By embracing and managing our emotions effectively, we can improve our quality of life and enhance our relationship with others. Embracing emotions as a grown man is crucial because it fosters better mental health, self-awareness, and personal growth. Societal expectations often pressure men to suppress their feelings, equating vulnerability with weaknesses, which can lead to issues like anxiety, depression, and strained relationships. Acknowledging emotions allows men to process their feelings constructively rather than bottling them up, reducing stress and emotional turmoil. This openness enhances emotional intelligence, helping men recognize their emotional triggers and respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. Expressing emotions strengthens personal and professional relationships, fostering deeper connections built on trust and empathy. Men who embrace their emotions are more likely to seek support when needed, whether from friends, family, or therapists, leading to healthier coping mechanisms. Redefining strength to include vulnerability challenges outdated stereotypes of masculinity, allowing men to live more authentically. Emotional openness also creates positive role models for younger generations, showing that true strength lies in honesty and self-acceptance. As men become more comfortable with their emotions, they contribute to a culture that values mental health and well-being over stoicism and silence. This shift not only improves individual lives, but also promotes healthier family dynamics and communities. Men who express their feelings are better equipped to handle life's challenges, adapt to change, and make balanced decisions. Embracing emotions can also enhance resilience, helping men recover from setbacks with greater understanding and self-compassion. It encourages men to pursue their passions without the fear of judgment, leading to a more fulfilling and purpose-driven life. Ultimately, embracing emotions empowers men to live authentically, connect deeply, and thrive in all aspects of life. I encourage you bag chasers and chasettes to take one step today to connect with your feelings, whether it's having a conversation, writing, or just taking a moment to reflect. I invite you men and women to share your thoughts or stories about your emotional journeys and how they've impacted your lives by sending an email to keepingitrealwrundown@gmail.com. And with that, bag chasers and chasettes, I believe we'll wrap up today's show. I just want to take a moment to send a heartfelt thank you to all of my incredible bag chasers and chasettes for tuning in and supporting the podcast. Your energy, feedback, and dedication mean the world to me, and I'm grateful for every single one of you who takes the time to listen, share, and engage with each episode. You're the heart of this community, and I couldn't do this without you. Thank you for being part of this journey. I'm excited to keep bringing you more content, and I'm glad to have you along for the ride. Stay tuned, stay engaged, and keep being the amazing fans that you are. Bag chasers and chasettes, if you want to connect, ask questions, or share your experiences, make sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Rundown King. I love hearing from you all, so don't hesitate to reach out. You can also drop me an email at keepingitrealwrundown@gmail.com. Let's keep the conversation going. Your stories and feedback are what keep this community strong. Stay tuned for our next episode, The Power of Purpose, Finding Meaning and Direction in Life. We'll dive into how discovering your passions and setting meaningful goals can transform your life. Don't miss out on this inspiring discussion. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share the podcast with anyone who might benefit from it. Your support helps us keep bringing you valuable content. Thank you for being a part of the journey, and without further ado, peace and love, enjoy the rest of your Friday, and I'll catch you next week on Keeping It Real.
Bye-bye.